I want to take you back to the very early roots of jazz by talking to you a little bit about a composer that you might not know by name, but that I really suspect you'll be familiar with just through one of his most famous pieces of music. His name was Scott Joplin. He was one of the most famous African American composers of all time. He was considered the king of ragtime and was a pioneer of ragtime music. He worked as a composer, a pianist, and a piano teacher in the early part of the 20th century. His ragtime piano style led to another kind of playing called stride, and other players who came after him really developed this stride piano technique as jazz became more and more of an evolving musical style. So a stride piano piece is one in which the left hand is doing some big jumps like this, back and forth. So the left hand might play one note really low on the piano, and then we'll jump up to play several higher notes kind of in the middle of the piano, and then they'll jump back down to the low range. And they kind of do this back and forth. The fingers do that to keep the steady beat. At the same time, the right hand is really free to do all kinds of other things, to do more complex or more involved rhythms. So just for a special challenge, I want you to try it. I want you to see if you can get your two hands to do two different rhythms at one time, just for fun. So you start by moving your left hand back and forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And with your right hand, you're going to take the rhythm cinco, pa, cinco, pa. You could try putting your left hand on your desk. I don't have a desk in front of me right now, but you can just tap on whatever surface is in front of you. So we'll get our left hand going first, and then we'll add the right hand in. And then just for fun, I'll probably switch hands to see if my right hand can do that pattern while my left hand does the syncopation. Okay, so ready, set, this hand first, back and forth. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back. Right hand is cinco, pa, cinco, pa, cinco, pa, cinco, pa. How did it go? It's probably pretty challenging, huh? So now let's try it by switching our hands. I'm going to have my right hand going back and forth, and I'm going to have my left hand doing the syncopated rhythm. Again, your hands can be on your desk or whatever two surfaces or one surface is most comfortable for you. Ready? Right hand steady, beat. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Ready? Add the other hand. Cinco, pa, 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 cinco, pa. I'm not really as good at it on this side, but it was still fun to try. So the structure and meter of Mr. Joplin's rags are pretty similar one to another one. Most of them are written in 2/4, which you can feel with that back-forth feeling that usually is happening in the left hand. The musical form is usually A, B, C, and D sections. And sometimes we have the different sections going back and forth, like kind of like a rondo. So as we get ready to listen to this really famous piece of music, see if you can be listening for A, B, C, and D. Some of these sections are going to repeat, so we're going to take some time to learn some different motions that will go along with each section. And then we're going to split your class into two different groups to play around with moving to a ragtime form. We're going to take turns between the two groups in your class, keeping the steady beat in your feet, and then doing a body percussion pattern with your snaps, your claps, and your pats. For the A section, you'll start with clapping the syncopated pattern. Syncopa, followed by a ta, ta, and then syncopa, ta, with both hands at the same time. So let's try that a few times together, 4 times in a row. Ready, set, here we go. Syncopa, ta, ta, syncopa, ta. 3 more times. Syncopa, ta, ta, syncopa, ta. 2 more times. Syncopa, ta, ta, syncopa, ta. Last time. Syncopa, ta, ta, syncopa, ta. Nice. For your B section, the rhythm is ta, ti, 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 ta. Over and over again. Let's see if we can do that 8 times in a row. Ready, set, here we go. Ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta. For the C section, your rhythm's going to go like this. You start by patting your legs for tum, clapping ti, and then you repeat that. Tum, ti, and then you clap 4 tas. Ta, 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 ta. All together it looks like this. Tum, ti, ta, 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 ta. Let's see if we can do it 4 times together. Ready, set, here we go. Tum, ti, ta, 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 ta. 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 For the very last section, I'm going to give you an option. You can put your last ta in your hands as a clap or in your fingers as a snap. It goes like this. Ta, 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 syncopa, ta. Or you could do it this way. Ta, 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 syncopa, ta. And keep that clap. I might go back and forth between those two because I kind of like both of them. It's your choice, whatever you want to do. Let's try it 4 times together. Here we go. Ta, 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 syncopa, ta. 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 And those are the motions for the A, B, C, and D sections. Okay, so now let's divide the class into 2 groups. The first group we'll call you Reds, and the Reds, you're going to put the body percussion in your body first. After 32 beats, you'll then switch to putting the steady beat in your feet, just like the left hand or the stride part of our ragtime. If you're in the blue group, you'll start by putting the steady beat in your feet first and then doing the body percussion. At the end of 32 beats, you'll switch to the other part. We'll do this for each section. Keep an eye on the screen for the instructions on what's coming next. Ready, everyone? Let's go.